Today, we're releasing a feature that I'm very excited about. Part of that is down to the fact that it's something that's very useful for me as a salesperson, as a sales leader, but it's also something that's going to have a big impact for marketers looking for different account signals and wanting to query accounts based on different types of activities. Now, we call this feature reveal, and at its core, it's unifying engagements from accounts, looking both at what is happening on your website. It's also accounting for intent data from D2. It's looking at ad engagement from Facebook and LinkedIn, and kind of collecting that in one simple place and making it easy for you to query it based on different parameters. Really exciting. And I want to show you an example of a sales use case today, but I'm also going to show different marketing use cases throughout the week. Now, I'm heading into our product and I'm going into the reveal report right now. The first thing that I will see is a list of different accounts that has been tracked on the website or across the different ad platforms that we have connected. And it's basically going to show me how many accounts that we've de-anonymized and engaged, but also showing me how many of them are new, how many are already in our CRM system, and so on. Now, from my perspective, I might want to add a couple of filters to this to get a targeted account list that might be showing a higher level of intent than some other companies out there. What I can do now is that I can add different filters and kind of querying that to give me a filtered view of this list. The first filter that I want to add is I want to specify that the company should have visited our pricing page in the last 30 days. Now it's going to take the list of accounts and filter it down to the companies that actually visited the pricing page. Secondly, I also want to add another criteria, and that is that it shouldn't have reached a MQL, SQL, new business close one stage in my CRM. I want to find accounts that aren't being worked on and that isn't necessarily on a radar because they're in our CRM system and in a pipeline. So what I can specify now is that I don't want to see accounts that have reached an MQL stage at any point. So I'm going to select those models, and it's going to filter the accounts once more. So now I'm down to 119 accounts that have visited the pricing page, but it hasn't become an MQL just yet. What I also want to do is that I might want to cross-filter this based on accounts that nobody's working on or that isn't in the CRM system. And that's also something I can do in this report. What I've done now is that I've selected that I want to see accounts that aren't being worked upon in our CRM system. And now I actually get 66 accounts that I can go through and see specifically what activities they've done, if they've been on the website and looked at the URL, if there's been conversion events, but also if they've, had phone calls, meetings, engaged on LinkedIn, and so forth. This is going to show me kind of a general trend of how engaged the account is, or kind of a lead score. But it's also going to show me a trend indication based on how much engagement have they had in the previous 7 days, comparing with the 7 days before that. So this can give me an indication of, is there any positive movement in the engagement? And of course, it also allows me to kind of focus my attention on the accounts that are actually showing intent out there. So this is the first use case that I want to share from this specific report, this specific feature. Much more to come. So thanks.